and the kill. The U-boat will decide the outcome of the war. This is what Hitler is telling the Germans, as his underwater sailors harvest victory after victory in the Battle of the Atlantic. The realities support him in mid-1943. The massacre by German submarines is costing the American republics and the British Empire millions of dollars. Thousands of Allied sailors are dead. And for this, Hitler honors his naval high command. Medals? Yes, and more medals. Glory to the Fuhrer. Glory to the Third Reich. Glory to the victors. Hitler presses his propaganda machine to the ultimate, squeezing each drop of triumph out of each victory. Every German is told his submarines threaten the entire Allied war effort with collapse. Germany rejoices in the news that if the United States and Great Britain defeated everywhere. Hitler, whose pride has been his army, is now convinced that submarines deserve top priority in his war economy. Newer and deadlier U-boats are put into mass production. Factories throughout Germany and occupied Europe fabricate parts that are rushed to shipyards for final assembly. But as the Nazis turn out newer and more murderous models, the doom of the submarine is being sealed by the Allies. To counteract enemy submarines, a ring of strategic air bases has been forged. One by one, key areas are developed from which planes can cover most of the Atlantic with an umbrella of aircraft. Step by step, the sea becomes as deadly for the Germans as they have made it for the Allies. Arc by arc, in 600-mile sweeps, planes encompass the North Atlantic. Sector by sector, aircraft, one of the most potent of anti-submarine weapons, spreads its protection over ocean routes and coastal lanes. Base by base, planes reach out, curtailing the range and speed of the U-boats by keeping them submerged. Area by area, protection grows as the mere presence of aircraft overhead discourages attacks on convoys, breaking the morale of U-boat crews. There is still a center ocean gap, the Black Pit, left uncovered by land-based planes. U-boat paradise. Allied bombs are not only over the Atlantic, but from English bases they're being flown over Germany where they are dumped by the millions, despite Goering's promise to the contrary. Bombs on factories where U-boat parts are made. Bombs on railways that bring the parts together. Bombs on pens where the submarines hide. U-boats are being destroyed before they can stalk the sea. And in the United States, shipyards work around the clock to supply part of the answer to the challenge of the mid-ocean Black Pit, where U-boats still roam unmolested. Critical materials and supplies are diverted to the construction of a new class of ship in the United States Navy, officially designated the CVE. Their crews will call them jeep carriers or baby flat tops. But jeep carriers alone are not enough. The Navy begins training pilot candidates with special aptitudes and building the planes for those who pass the rigid tests. All three elements of the plan: building the ships, training the men, turning out the planes, progress simultaneously in an all-out effort aimed at killing enemy submarines. steamers have been converted into seagoing schools, where pilots learn to negotiate tiny, unstable flight decks. Baby flat tops, small but tough. A new dimension in convoy protection has been added. Carrying their aerial umbrella with them, cargo and troop ships can safely sail across the fatal mid-ocean gap, soon to be U-boat hell, to the Antarctic without fear of destruction. The Allies force the sea lanes open for the liberation of Europe. While the U-boat campaign is being waged against them ashore, the 10th Fleet, which has no ships and will never put to sea, is the directing mind of anti-submarine warfare. Its function is to coordinate all intelligence, ships, and devices used against enemy submarines, and devise the best possible protection for Allied shipping. It replaces haphazard U-boats. The destroyer escorts are the final, the Atlantic, the ships, and the gallant sailors who man them. Many a U-boat's death is plotted in research centers, where extraordinary instruments are invented and perfected to aid in detection, pursuit, and the fight. Instruments that link ship to ship in unified hunter-killer groups. Now has one of the most exciting tales to tell of the Allied victory in the Battle of the Atlantic. On June the invasion, the Guadalcanal, with escorts, is cruising off the Azores in search of 4 kills to her credit and is looking for... She has her heart set not on sinking another submarine, but on capturing one. knows the word. We are starting. Inside the unsuspecting submarine, everything is where Germans are taking it easy. Planes from the Guadalcanal spot the German and report to the ships below their target is changing course. Swoops down to mark the U-boat's location. Deeper, deeper, deeper goes the sub. Silence. But there is no escape. Below, or fight it out on the surface. Small caliber guns take the submarine under fire to keep her crew from using their deck gun and force them to abandon their boat. Parties. Not since they... 40 German sailors are taken prisoner, including the captain of U-505. Only one has been killed. Her prize, youth. The Germans. Before Germany's unconditional surrender, on the ocean Atlantic is the result of teamwork between the Allies and integration of all weapons. The Germans surrender. The Battle of the Atlantic is won. Vicious struggle. It's who have restored freedom to the sea. All in World War II.